Nobody in the office noticed Daniel Mercer. Every morning at exactly 7:45 a.m., he walked through the same glass doors, holding the same black coffee, wearing the same gray jacket, same desk, same silence, same empty expression. He never joined conversations, never laughed at office jokes, never stayed for after-work drinks. Most employees barely remembered he existed. One afternoon, someone laughed and said, "Does this guy even talk?" The entire table laughed. Daniel sat only a few feet away, quietly typing, listening. That was the dangerous thing about invisible people. Everyone speaks freely around them. From the outside, the company looked perfect. Bright offices, expensive suits, successful executives smiling behind polished glass walls. But underneath the surface, the entire place was rotten. Managers manipulated reports. Coworkers sabotaged each other secretly. Executives buried scandals behind fake smiles and fake meetings. And Daniel watched all of it silently. For 3 years, nobody noticed him, because nobody believed quiet people mattered. Then the leak started. It began on a rainy Thursday morning. One of the senior executives stormed into the office, pale with rage. Private company emails had appeared online overnight. Confidential conversations, illegal payments, secret affairs between executives. The office froze instantly. Phones vibrated nonstop. People whispered nervously behind computer screens. Managers locked themselves inside conference rooms. Nobody understood what was happening, but Daniel simply sat at his desk, typing calmly beneath the cold office lights. Like nothing had changed. By the following week, things became worse. Another anonymous leak exposed a supervisor who had been stealing employee bonuses for years. Then audio recordings surfaced, revealing department leaders mocking workers behind closed doors. People stopped trusting each other. Coworkers deleted messages frantically. Executives whispered during meetings. Employees started watching one another carefully. Fear spread through the building slowly, like smoke filling a locked room. And for the first time in years, people finally noticed Daniel. Not because he spoke, because he watched. One evening, a nervous employee approached his desk after most workers had gone home. Rain hit the windows softly behind them. "You stay late every night," she whispered carefully. "Have you seen anything strange?" Daniel slowly lifted his eyes from the monitor. For a moment, the office felt completely silent. Then he answered quietly, "No," but something about the way he said it made her uncomfortable. As the weeks passed, paranoia consumed the company completely. Friendships collapsed overnight. Managers accused each other secretly. One executive suffered a panic attack during a meeting after hidden offshore accounts were leaked online. Nobody felt safe anymore. Except Daniel. He remained calm through all of it. Almost too calm. Then came the night everything changed. The office was empty except for him. Outside, rain slammed violently against the skyscraper windows, while distant thunder rolled across the city. Daniel sat alone in darkness, lit only by the glow of his computer screen. Slowly, he opened a hidden folder buried deep inside his desktop. Thousands of files appeared instantly. Audio recordings, financial documents, screenshots, private messages, secret transactions, years of secrets, carefully collected, patiently organized, not for revenge, for survival. 3 years earlier, Daniel's father worked for the same company. Richard Mercer, quiet, honest, loyal, the type of man who believed hard work protected people. Then one night, Richard discovered illegal financial activity involving senior executives. He reported everything internally. 2 weeks later, the company accused him publicly of misconduct. His reputation was destroyed overnight. Friends disappeared. Coworkers avoided him. Nobody defended him. 6 months later, Richard Mercer died alone inside a small apartment, drowning in debt, stress, and alcoholism. The company buried the truth, and everyone moved on, except Daniel. So he stayed quiet. He listened, watched, waited, because Daniel understood something most people never learn. People reveal everything when they believe nobody is paying attention, and nobody ever notices the quiet person in the room. The final leak arrived 2 days later, and this time, it destroyed the company completely. Evidence of corruption, blackmail, illegal accounts, employee exploitation, internal cover-ups. Everything flooded the internet overnight. Police arrived before noon. Executives were escorted out in handcuffs. while reporters crowded the streets outside the building. Employees stood frozen in silence, watching their entire world collapse around them. Some cried, some panicked, some simply stared at their phones in disbelief. And in the middle of the chaos, Daniel quietly packed his bag. No anger, no celebration, no speech. He simply walked toward the elevator, while terrified employees stared silently from across the office floor. For the first time, they truly saw him. But by then, it was already too late. As the elevator doors slowly closed, Daniel looked back one final time at the company that destroyed his father. Then, for the first time in years, he smiled, because the quietest people are usually the most aware.